already.
Alright, let's have a look. Nice kickoff. Nice. Nice little bump. And then you just rotate around. Good positioning. Yeah, it's not bad. Not bad at all, this one. I'm pretty sure it's just a replay bug, but... Okay. Ah, you had 70 boost, okay. Yeah. I really like the way you're rotating and your decision making so far. Hit it across,
Okay,
nice, speed it
good.
up. Got mechanics, okay. Shaky, but...
Sometimes they work, sometimes they don't.
It's a 50-50 shot, I guess.
Well, believe it or not, I spent a crazy amount of time doing ceiling shots, and I hit them in game every once in a while. But usually these lobbies, people are doing flip resets and all kinds of crazy stuff.
Yeah, that's understandable. But I will just stop it here and get your input. But right here, like, you turn away, but what are you turning away for? Or, if I'm gonna ask it more specifically, why are you driving towards this play and then turning away?
That's a good question. I think in the past or even my son told me I play too far back. Like I'm not involved in the play because he's so much better than me. I often just sit back and he 2v1s, and that's how it used to be. So now I'm trying to get more involved, but then I'm always afraid of getting the ball hit over my head. So
Yeah.
maybe I was just hesitating. I'm not sure really.
Yeah, I'm just like, if you think about the risk of the guy touching the ball, like the Rubes guy, or maybe the other guy, but the other guy's too far away to really worry about. But if you think about the Rubes guy,
Yeah.
his touches, he can't really generate much power, so there isn't really a lot of places that it would go that would be dangerous for you. That's kind of the first thing when it comes to you turning away, which I don't really get. But then the second part is also the fact of you driving towards this play. The guy is potentially going to bump your teammate, maybe hit the ball, but you only have to really worry about the hit. So it's just like, if you hold your position, or if you pay attention to that he is coming in, you can hold your position further back, have a better opportunity to go for the ball regardless of where it goes. And if it's a bump, you can go in and quickly get there because you have the boost for it. If he goes to touch the ball, it will only maybe end up in this area somewhere. Maybe he'll touch it over here, but in that case, your teammate is covering it, hopefully. So it's just like,
Okay.
the information is there for you to make a good decision, but you just need to look for it a little bit. And you can kind of see what I mean if
What
you
did I
just...
do? I just kind of left.
Yeah. You turn towards the play, you keep driving here, but the guy is looking to hit the ball or get a bump, and because you pushed up, now you have to turn away because you're getting too close.
Okay.
You kind of see what I mean? Like, you turn up,
Yeah. So it'd have
you
been
turn up,
ideal
you
just
get a
to
bit...
stay back.
Yeah, if you just waited a bit before you committed forward like this, you could have been in a better position
Okay.
to, if we just say back here, like that's a very open ball for you to go for if you have the momentum to beat the other opponent, or
Right.
if you know that or if you see that you can't go, you're still in a good position to just hold your position, maybe turn back and cover towards the net, like turn back, cover towards the net in case your team gets beat. If the ball goes booming into the corner, you can just come and take control over it. If it goes booming towards the net, you're already in a good position to intercept the shot.
Gotcha.
And then here, it's just like, why? This has happened twice as far as I have seen. Or it happened. No, I'm talking out of my ass. This is the first time it happened. But what is it that you're really covering? Because as far as I know, the ball in the corner is not dangerous. There's no rush to really challenge it. There is nothing really to worry about. Like,
That makes
there's
sense.
nothing really to be scared of.
Yeah.
So it's just like you don't need
Yeah, I
to.
think I'm still.
Yeah, there's nothing really to turn up
Yeah,
for
I
here.
gotcha. I think I'm still breaking my old bad habits of just smashing the ball every time I can. You know what I mean? Like a gold
Yeah,
player, just just
yeah, yeah.
booming it
And
away.
gold, plat, diamond, hitting the ball hard is gonna get you pretty far just by doing that. But now when you're
Yeah.
getting into champ, now it becomes really important to start hammering in those good rotations. If
Okay.
if it was me in your position right here, and I see the ball coming towards the corner like this, and I'm here, I want to give myself the best opportunity to go for the ball again. And if you want to go for the ball in the best way possible, where would you have to reposition yourself to after you grab the big pad?
Uh, Probably maybe rotate more back towards the front of the net, or
Like this? Or
to wait for the ball to come around. Yeah, I'm not sure.
the best way
So where did
for
I?
you to yeah, the best way for you to position yourself to cover a ball that is going towards the corner, or if I'm going to build up on top of that, the most the best way for you to hit the ball is with your nose. So if you want to have the best opportunity to hit this ball that goes into your corner, and you want to hit the ball kind of either while it's in the corner or while it's kind of spilling out to the backboard, maybe over here, you would have to be positioned back here somewhere. So then again, with the
Okay.
rotation, go here, just turn wider because, again, the corner is not dangerous for the ball to be in. Only thing you have to worry about is if the ball goes past the front post. So you can then just rotate wider, go into a good position where you're facing the corner, and then you can make your decision. Okay, do I challenge? Do I take control of the ball on the ground? Do I block a potential pass or a shot? But overall, you're just putting yourself in a
Okay,
better
that makes
position
sense.
than to do this. And now you have to rush back and barely save it.
So as last man, I should have been more patient and rotated back. Okay, that makes
It's
more
more
sense.
so not necessarily more patient, but more take your time to get into a good position to follow up on the next play.
Gotcha.
And I guess a good rule of thumb that I always have is that when a ball is in the corner or going to a corner, you always want to be facing the corner from the net. If you want to defend your net or defend in your half, go from the net towards where and face from there on towards whatever corner the ball is in, because that gives you the best opportunity to
Okay.
defend. And oh, here we have something that happened earlier as well. We're moving around,
Driving away.
nothing is really
Driving
happening.
away.
Yeah, well, we just keep driving, which is the problem. We're not in a good position to begin with. We keep driving away from the play, and now we have to turn back because we overcommitted ourselves.
Okay.
And if you want, I'll show you kind of, or I'll kind of talk about why or what position I would have wanted you to be in here. Right here when you're recovering after the demo, is there any danger of you getting scored on right here?
No.
Are you
doesn't
first
appear
man?
to be. No.
So why are we boosting?
That's another good thing to discuss because I waste so much boost. I'm always out of boost. So yep, I
Yeah,
see it.
again, like if we think about what's happening, use our game sense a little bit. There's nothing really
Yep.
dangerous happening here. The only dangerous thing that can potentially happen is that our teammate gets demoed and this guy tries to turn for the ball. Which again, coming back to the point earlier that I said, defend from the net, the safest place we can be is kind of in this box here, facing the play. Just
Okay.
relax, observe what happens in the play. If you have to cover, you can maybe push in, but you need to know that you can beat the guy. If your
Right.
teammate doesn't get demoed and your teammate escapes, maybe up the wall, and the guy goes away, then it's still technically your teammate being first man. So you still have to wait. And if your teammate gets away and gets the ball, then again, you're still second man. There's nothing to worry about. Just relax and save your boost and keep a good position. And then
Yeah. Makes sense.
again, with a good positioning behind your teammate, you would want to be kind of behind him as second man. When you're this close to net, you kind of have to be kind of wider. But in general, as second man, you want to kind of be behind your teammate, a little bit out from the wall. Like if your teammate is here, you want to be kind of back here. If your teammate is rotating around,
Okay.
then it gives you the opportunity to come in. But in general, whatever position your teammate is in, you would have to hold a position behind him because your only
Okay.
concern is the area behind your teammate. This is the area you have to cover. If you're not covering this area, it leaves the opponent a huge opportunity to take the ball. Thus, your teammate, now you have to scramble back to help defend, and now the opponents
Got
have a very strong 2-on-1 on you. But
okay.
instead, if you were covering the area behind, back here, the opponents beat your teammate and the ball spills back here. If you're in a good position behind, you can come in and take over and hit the ball away so that it doesn't turn into a 2v1.
So more behind and maybe between the ball and the net is where I should have
Yeah,
been.
pretty much.
Okay.
Behind your teammate,
Gotcha.
between the ball and the net. A good guide that I always have is that I follow the pad lanes upwards. Like these two pad lanes that goes forward, the kind of eye that is kind of called, like the eye.
Yep.
You follow these
Yep.
pad lanes and you follow, if you don't want to know this distance you need to keep to your teammate, it's kind of a standardized 1/3 of the field of distance as a minimum.
Okay.
So right now, your teammate is up here. So if you wanted to keep a third distance, you would technically have to be back here.
Okay.
And as you can see, you're very much out of position.
Yep.
But okay, let's just move on. You rotate back, you realize you were too pushed up, nothing was really happening for you, so you turn back. Now you kept a good positioning, and now you had an easy time going for the play. Good rotation. Just not the worst, but not the best. Oh,
Maybe a little
take
more
your time.
urgency to get back down to the. Oh gosh.
Well, if you're talking about this play, there are a little bit of an urgency to get back, but the thing that kind of messed you up a little bit, it's not the worst, but it messed you up a little bit, is the fact that you flipped towards the ball. Which again, if we remember from earlier, you want to defend from the net towards the corner, and it's really hard to speed back, come around, and then rotate into a position like this. Like right now, you're forced to go straight towards the front post, which leads you to be able to be outplayed. But earlier, you were here, you could have just kept driving, and then you would have had an easier time getting into a good position. Or being a bit wider, you would have potentially had the option to see better what was happening and potentially cut in earlier if needed. Right now, you kind of flipped
Okay.
yourself over here, and now you're kind of forced to be in an awkward position. You still do a good job by tapping the ball out, stop making the opponents play slower, and you technically bought your team time to help on defense. Even though he didn't really do much to help, you bought him time. That's fine. Nice position. Take your time. You don't really have much boost. No need to hit the ball, really. That's fine. I know you said you were champ, so I don't really expect you to know this, but why do you think this is completely fine for you to be beaten on? Like, why is this hit from the opponents completely fine for you to let them do?
I think at this level, people are still pretty terrible and may
Yeah,
not
they are terrible.
make a good shot from there.
Yeah, but I want you to
Yeah.
I want you to look at this right here. This is right after the hit. And think about who is going to be the next one to hit the ball.
Okay. Blake Root looks like he'll probably get to the ball.
Yeah, your teammate is going to be the
Well,
first one
actually,
to
no,
hit the
that
ball.
guy's face. Okay.
The ball is moving in
Oh
this
yeah.
direction. Your teammate is here, opponent is here, and opponent is here. Like, your teammate is going to be the next one to hit the ball. So me being not sad about or not disappointed with you just letting this go, but it's by the fact that the opponent, by hitting it like this, gave it right back to your teammate.
Yeah, he's past it.
Yeah, he just passed it right back to your teammate. And again, this would only be good if your teammate was behind you, ready to help cover. And again, help cover the area behind you again. Like your first man right now, your area of the area that your team needs to cover is pretty much here. He is getting ready to cover it. And because the ball is spilled out kind of into that behind area here, your teammate is going to be the first one to get there. So
Okay.
it's not dangerous at all for the opponents to just hit it behind you because it goes right back to your teammate. And now he has to play and he gets a goal. There you go.
Nice.
And the reason why I said like I'm not expecting you to know this is because that's really high level game sense, so to say. You really have to
Mhm.
know where people are and trust that your teammate is helping, covering behind you. It's really like you really need to have a good game sense for it. But then again, as long as you look at where the cars are moving and try to predict where they might be, then you will have a lot of information that can tell you what you can do. Nice patience. Good player. Alright. I don't mind at all. Good rotation. Now you're keeping good distance, and see? You're keeping good distance, and now you have an easy time going for the ball, even with very low boost. Nice. Take a 50. I don't hate it, but that's a very scary thing.
Yeah, not a good 50.
Yeah. The reason why I was calling out the 50 here is because if you wanted to control this ball to maybe a dangerous situation for the opponent, you would have wanted it to go there. If you can't,
Mhm.
since you couldn't do that, which I'm not going to be sad about at all, you're champ, you're not going to have perfect touches. Now, since you touched the ball towards the opponent, now it becomes for you to think about, okay, what is threatening for the opponent? What is threatening for me? The threat for the opponent is just to let you have the ball. They kind of want to challenge you. They kind of have to. If not, they don't know what you can do with the ball. So now the threat for you becomes, okay, he's coming in. I don't want to lose the ball tremendously like you did. Like, you don't want to lose it tremendously like this.
Mhm.
So then it becomes, okay, You can't outplay them. Then quickly look, are they coming towards me? They are very obviously coming straight for you. Now you need to really think, okay, what is my next action? It's a 50. That's the only thing you could really do. You tap the ball, what's the next action? Opponent is coming towards you, take a 50. Try to get in a position where you turn in and at least cover the straight line towards your net. If you're doing a good 50, it spills out to the left or gently to the right for your teammate who is behind you to make a decision to go for it. Worst kind of scenario is it spills out hard to the right, which then opponents are gonna take a long time to collect it because they need boost, which gives your teammate time to go into position to threaten them or pressure them, and then gives you time to rotate back with boost. You kind of took the worst 50 out there, but if I'm not wrong, you focused too much on the ball and didn't pay attention to what was happening. Nice 50 though.
Yep.
Never get punished, I guess. Nice, got some pads. AC, you know what I've talked about. You see it in replay. You keep a very good distance here. Good positioning around your teammate. Play isn't moving forward, so you're not moving forward. You keep a good distance here because you're pretty much covering all of the area behind your teammate. And if there's some area that you aren't covering, it's not a dangerous position for the ball to go into. So you're doing a very good job here. And voila! You covered behind your teammate, keep a good distance, and now you have a really easy time going for the ball. Good try, good try. Unfortunate bump. Careful. Be very careful here. Just like I said earlier, when you were pushing up too far as second man while your team was pushing up from that, you being too pushed up on the offense here leads to nobody being back. Like, if your team is beat, like, who is back?
Right. Yep.
Yeah. Again, kind of just like in defense here, your second man position wants to be where you can cover an area behind your teammate while facing forwards. So then again, a good position here would be back here, where you're facing towards the play. You can fully see what's happening in front of you, and you can make a good decision. Okay, do I want to go for the ball? Do I want to rotate back? And right here, from your position that you were in, you're only gambling for the pass. But if you don't get the pass, which you don't, now you're stuck and having to really take your time rotating back. Good bump though. Nice shot from your teammate. I'm fine with this. Even if it doesn't hit and you panicked a little bit, it's fine. But then, here, what do you think I'm not happy about?
Oh, I shouldn't have been rushing over there. I should have just probably stayed back between the ball and the net behind my teammate.
Yeah.
What did I do? I just went to the boost.
Yeah, you're kind of like, you want to go for the ball, you see your teammate backing up for the ball, so now you're wanting to go around for the boost and not waste the fact that you're going for the corner, going in there, like, and now you're facing your teammate wanting to 50 him, like, your teammate can't really go, but you can't really go, and it just makes it so awkward. Like, it's fine here, you messed up, that's fine. Your teammate gets beat, and now again, thinking a bit of what's happening around us. What is the threat here?
Nothing right now.
Are we first man?
Second, man, I think the biggest concern, maybe I should just circled around and grabbed a pad or two and went back to,
If you're passive
yeah, I'm
rotating,
not
that's
second.
what I would have told you to do. But
Okay.
that's kind of again like you need to be looking at the situation before you can make that call. But yeah, we don't have any pressure on us, or there is no pressure for the opponents to score. Second, we aren't first man by the mere nature that our teammate is in front of us.
Hmm.
If our teammate is in front of us, we are second man. If our teammate is rotating out and getting behind us, now we transition into first man. But this only happens
Okay.
after we see our teammate leaving, which he isn't. He's staying around here and he backs up. And the, I would kind of say there would be a third thing to consider, but in this scenario, it's not really that viable, which kind of is the thing that you pointed out. Grab small pads. That's the third thing that you could have done because you are low boost. But that isn't really too much of a concern since we're low in rank, or you are high in rank. You're a champ. I'll give you some credit with that. Like I'm not gonna downplay the fact that you're a champ. But people down here,
You know what's funny though? It's like
yeah.
a few years ago, I thought, oh, I will never be champ two. And now that I'm champ two, watch these replays. Like, how are we so terrible still? I thought
Trust
champ was,
me,
some kind
trust me.
of.
I am sitting right now roughly around the GC2 rank. I have peaked into GC3, and people still are bad at the game sense. They are still bad at the game. They are just
uh,
better than most, but they're still
right.
bad
Just
respectively.
until you get pro, you're gonna be making a lot of mistakes, probably.
Even pros make
Or
mistakes. Have you
yeah.
seen App Jackson newest video? Holy.
I haven't. I haven't watched his videos in a while. I'll go check it out.
Trust me, if you watch his latest video that he released yesterday, there are so many mistakes. You would have thought that
Okay,
they weren't SSL.
that's funny.
Ah, your team is nasty. Why is your team doing this to them?
He
Why?
he is the trickiest player. He gets like every game or every other game, he gets the most embarrassing fakes on people, and he just loves it.
Uh, I, to be honest, I'm smiling from ear to ear. I'm so happy to see a good fakey play. It's just, oh no, no, what
well,
happened?
well, we've been doing back left and back right. Like I'll try to hit it uh on the side of my car to get it to him, and usually I'm pretty good at it, but this one I just fumbled.
Yeah. In general, I can see that the way that you've been doing your back left, back right is just wrong,
Well,
so
usually,
to say.
yeah, that one, I think I don't know if I remember right, but I think he called it too late because normally I flip side diagonally, like I turn and flip diagonally. This one is just I wasn't ready to do it, but I tried.
Yeah, but in general, when you want to push it back in this direction, you just want to prevent it from going here or here, which you do by
Yep.
as you go here. Then you turn your car so that it's kind of pointing left just a little bit, not as much as I've drawn here, but just drawing to kind of accelerate the
Yep.
movement. You kind of want to turn left after you jump. You jump, turn a bit left, and then you kind of flip diagonally into the ball. That's kind of the way
Gotcha.
that you want to do it. Like you want to hit it with the side
Yep.
of your car and kind of angle your car so that it goes back right or
Yeah.
maybe sideways to the right. That's how you would want to
Yeah.
force it.
We usually get pretty pretty consistent ones. We usually do. I just really fumbled that one.
Yeah, it might have just been a one-time thing, but figure since you got scored on it because of it, might as well just
Yeah.
point it out. Nice 50. Unfortunate demo. Nice. Again, we try and rotate on the ball side towards the front post, and now we are awkward and we have to rotate back to back post. And now we spent a lot of time getting into position, and we didn't get a lot of boost while we were rotating. But instead, like,
Gotcha.
we take a good...
What did I do? Oh, I just went straight back.
You went straight back. Again, going straight towards the
Yeah.
corner. Like, this is the direction you're going, and since your team has spawned and saved it, now you're having to rotate here, going back, and now do this, which is a very long rotation path. It takes very long for you to get back into good position.
Gotcha.
But instead, like I said earlier, to point it out, you want to defend from the net towards the corner. So in generally, when you want to rotate back, you want to rotate back so that it's easy to get into this position. Like, you don't take too much time to get there. Maybe you rotate on the eye to get back. Maybe you rotate straight that back to maybe cut in if needed. Or you rotate a little bit out to face the corner when you turn back in. But in general, rotate back so that you can go from the net to the corner. And again, we keep a good distance. Watch ourselves to not overcommit. We're keeping a very good distance here. Unfortunate with the shot, but that happens. This is fine. Okay.
Pads.
Well, yes. But why were we going towards the corner so aggressively? Like, again, going back here. Right here. What's the danger?
Nothing really. Just ball chasing, I guess. Trying to. I don't know what I'm doing. I should just be rotating back to a good
Well,
position because there's
there
nothing I
is...
can do.
Well, there is a danger here that you need to be worried about. But it's not the ball going to the corner. It's not the ball ending up over here. That's not the danger. The danger is that you need to be worried about is the ball going here and then going like this. That's the danger. The ball hitting the sidewall and then coming towards the net. If we pay attention, it's kind of... It could be hard to read, but if you pay attention to how fast the ball is going, and over time, as you play the game, you kind of get better at reading where the ball is going to bounce. I can read that this ball is going to hit kind of in the area over here. So there is a small risk of it bouncing mid towards the net again. So then again, keeping that in mind, where would you have to rotate towards to be able to cover that the best possible way?
Probably be going, maybe head directly towards back post and positioning myself towards the corner.
Like going straight like this?
Or at least towards the net.
Yeah. In all honesty, it doesn't matter too much how you rotate. I would probably say grab the big pad and then go for net, because then at least you have some boost. If you're getting good with your pad rotation, I would say go for the pads here. Grab 2 pads, maybe this third one, but this one you could leave out. And then you come into a good position in net. Because then again, you cover from the net towards the corner or towards the side where the play or where the ball is going to end up.
Okay.
And on top of that, where's our teammate? He's right there in the corner, covering the ball. So then that tells us we don't really need to push out. Which, as you can see, with you backing away, you can see this, but it's just a bit delayed with the reaction. I want you to tell me what's wrong with this. What's wrong?
uh, well, I'm just pointlessly driving around when I could have,
Yeah.
and now I'm facing weird way, so I should have just paused maybe.
Yeah. Like, if I'm just gonna kind of get your mindset or get your head in the right spot, really. Just like I had pointed out a lot of times earlier. Is there any danger at any point
Not really.
of you guys getting scored on?
Not really. Not
Well,
immediately.
not immediately. And even if there were like a small danger, if you just put the brakes on, put yourself in a lean back chair and just waited, you're in a perfect position right here to cover everything. Like, just park your ass here, look at the play, and then just wait.
Yeah.
Like, there is nothing really to
Okay.
be worried about. Like, what's the danger? What's the danger that you can't
Uh,
cover?
Man, I like people finding these things that I'm doing, but I watch my replays myself, and a lot of times like, what are you doing? Why why would you
Yeah,
do
like,
that?
yeah,
It's good stuff.
yeah. It's just like, if you don't know what to think about, that's something that we can address. If you know what you're
Mhm.
looking for, but you're still making the same mistakes, then it might be something else that you're missing. Right now, I think the big issue is just that you aren't really thinking about what needs to be next or what needs to be covered, what's the next to happen. You're living really much in the moment. Like, okay, an opponent is hitting the ball, so I need to be worried about where the ball is going next. Oh, I have 0 boost, so I need to go back. Oh, my team can't pass the ball, so I'm going up for the pass. But there's just like, what are the other things that you need to be thinking about?
Mhm.
Again, just like I said, you think your teammate has a pass, you're pushing up for the pass, but what else do you need to worry about? Right here, what is it that you need to be worried about?
Well, I guess if he gets dunked and it goes over my head, or
By this guy?
yeah, and these I think I'm just yeah, I think in these types of situations I'm just really unsure of what to do.
Yeah, okay. I want you to look at both opponents, and I want you to think who is more threatening. Like, who is more threatening to go for the ball?
Uh, I think Parsman probably. It looks like the other guy maybe just going the other way.
Yeah, this guy's pretty much just reversing on the backboard. He is a non-factor. We can't see the boost amount, but just by the nature that he's driving backwards on the backboard, he's a non-factor. Your teammate was just bumped on the wall and he's kind of awkwardly air dribbling it. And this guy's facing the play from a good distance, watching it. He's ready to go.
Hmm.
Which again, if we go back just one tap, and I want you to pay attention to just, okay, first, what's happening with your teammate on the wall. Then, pay attention to what's happening on the opponent's Acumen. First, what's happening on the wall, team gets bumped. Then you see what's happening with the second man of the opponent. He's getting ready to go.
Hmm.
So then again, you as second man wanting to cover the area behind your teammate. Where would you need to be positioned for that?
Maybe that small boost pad, lower left, kind of that
Here?
area.
Yeah, pretty much. Just right here. Keeping yourself
Okay.
at a good distance, keeping all of the play ahead of you, keeping all of the information that you need to be gathering in front of you, while covering an area behind your teammate. If your teammate gets so dunked that it goes over you and into the net, GD, nice shot from the opponents. If it goes over you into the corner, then you have the time to just reposition to get possession again. And if the ball
Hmm.
end up spilling down here, then you can go and take over. And let's say that ball just built out over here somewhere. Then it's pretty much the opponent's ball. You can't really do much about it because the opponent would beat you to any ball. So you would overcommit yourself if you try to go, which is kind of what you're doing here, and you realize it yourself. Again, very late. So now you rotate back, and now you're forced to defend facing backwards, like shadow defending. Which instead, if I just go back a little bit, if I would, let's say you just park your ass right here. That's an open ball for you to go for, if you just park your ass here. It's
Mhm.
bad for you to park your ass because you
Yeah.
stop your momentum. You can't feel, you will be slow to get to the ball, but I'm just trying to point out the thing here, like, just by you
Right.
keeping your distance a little bit, keeping a good position, you will then have so many more options later on. Right now you're facing away,
Mhm.
forced to defend, but instead, from the position that I was just waiting at, you had an option to quickly go in and take the shot.
Ah, jeez.
It is what it is. Not the best touch from you, but can't really complain. The opponents gave it away. If your team was in a good position behind you, he could have covered this, but we're not really here to help your teammate out to improve his gameplay, but we're here to help you improve yours. Little fake kickoff, hi. Good trial. Teammate did a line level 50.
Come on,
Okay.
man.
Again, you taking a bad shot and missing it is not the worst. I'm not gonna really hammer on you for that one, but I didn't say that you pushing up here was bad. And why wouldn't you pushing up here be bad? While in the other situation earlier, it was bad.
Probably because right now it's more of a 2v1.
Exactly.
It's less risky. Okay.
In a 2v1, it's way less risky for you to be more aggressive as second man because the opponent have both your teammate and you to worry about. You still have to be thinking about if your teammate gets beat and kind of be ready to cover where the ball would spill out, but you can be more pushed up than what you normally would be because you only have one guy to worry about. You only have to worry about this guy. This guy's out of the play. And yeah, you took a bad shot. You could have scored. You could have put it to OT. But that's stuff that you work on the side. That's not stuff that you work on in game.
Hmm.
Or in game is still training, but in a live match, I think you know. I think you get what I mean.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. So,
Huh.
do you have any questions of what I've been talking about?
No, no, this is super helpful.
I
Uh, yeah, super helpful. I definitely appreciate it. So, yeah, this is kind of exactly what I was looking to improve, just my thinking and positioning. So
yeah.
yeah, this is very good.
Okay. Now, if I were to give you three things, I have three things in mind, but I want to see if you have paid attention. If I were to give you three things to focus on this from this replay review to work on, what do you think those three things would be?
Well, I think number one, there were a couple times where I was out of position, not not behind my teammate, between the ball and the net, not protecting the vulnerable areas. So being
Yeah?
out of position like that was one. Two is that was in the backfield. Two is just moving around aimlessly. I think I feel like I need to keep some momentum, and I end up just driving around stupidly and be either out of position or pointing in a weird way. That would be another one. Uh, see, a third one. There were a couple times where we were at the opponent's end, and I was overcommitted. So I think those things come to mind.
Yeah. All of the things that you've said kind of encapsulates what I've been talking about and the three things that I've kind of been thinking to that you should work on. But I have a different I have a
Hmm.
different way of saying them. First thing I would
Okay.
say, which is kind of the most important because defense is the most important thing to get right. If you can't get scored on, you can't lose. But the first thing is always cover from the net towards the corner. Regardless of how you rotate, you want to cover,
Right.
end up in a position where you cover from the net towards the corners. That's the first thing.
Gotcha.
Second thing is wherever your teammate is with the ball pushing forwards, you want to be in a position far enough back to where you cover the immediate area behind him.
Okay.
That's the second thing I want you to work on. Third thing I want you to
Okay.
work on, and this is kind of just like, it's not hard to really do it, but it's really difficult at the start. And it will really make you awkward decision making wise. But the third thing is open up your eyes a little bit. Don't just focus on what's happening right here around the ball, but open up your vision a little bit to see, to try and gather more information. What's happening around you? Where's my teammate? Where was he going? What is happening on the ball? What is the first man doing of the opponents? Where is the second man opponent? Where is the risk for him to participate in the play? Like,
Hmm.
open up your vision a little bit to see more around you. Where's the risk?
Okay.
Where do you need to cover?
Yep. Yep.
There are more smaller things that you could work on, but I think for the most part, those three things are like the big game sense things that I was noticing.
Okay. Okay.
Of course,
Yep. Yeah.
your shooting is trash, but that's not game sense.
Man,
through
I'm usually
through
a
the game
slightly better at
through the
shots than
game
that.
by missing an open net. Got in. But not.
We'll, we'll do some more shot practice, I think, today too.
Yeah,
But
again,
yeah,
like
that's
game
very good stuff.
mechanics are just something that you need to work on your free time. You work on what you want, but yeah, game sense is something you have to work on in
Yeah,
game. And hey, hopefully those three things that I've given you is stuff that you can focus on, and hopefully it will help you out.
absolutely, absolutely, man. I really super appreciate it. Thank you so much for taking the time, and we'll get to practice, and maybe I'll throw another one up there in a couple weeks.
Yeah, no worries, man. My pleasure. Yeah, again, it will
Do you do
probably take.
coaching?
Yeah, I do like coaching for on the side. Like I do free coaching pretty much. I just love helping people out. So I give free coaching for whoever
Oh, nice.
wants it. So, but yeah, I
Very
would
cool. Very cool.
if you want another like replay review with me, I'll just say take 2 weeks, try and work on the things that I've talked about. If you're still finding
Hmm.
yourself struggling, or you're finding that it works and now you need to work on other stuff, then we can have a look at it again and see what's the
Okay.
next step.
Sounds great, man. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Yeah, no worries, man. And I wish you the best of luck with your rank games forward.
All right. Thank you, sir. Talk to you next time.
Have a good one, man.
All right. You too.
Alright, awesome. One good session. Eh,